laughingplace.com, a website of Disney fans.
David Rodriguez with StuffWeLike.com.
So Robbie with SoCalThrills.com.
Is it me? Becca with MouseInfo.com.
Wow.
And Michael Floyd with StuffWeLike.com as well.
And if you would please go ahead and give us each of your names and we can ID you then.
I'm Paul DeMeo.
Joe Johnston.
Billy Campbell.
William Stout.
Rick Baker.
Danny Bills.
Well, it's great to have all of you here. This is the first time in 20 years that some of you have seen this film. Who has not seen this film in 20 years since it
I haven't
debuted?
seen it in 20 years.
And what is it like seeing it again on the big screen?
It was a time capsule for me. It was or maybe I should say a time warp. It's really strange, and it holds up beautifully, and it's a lot funnier than I remembered it being. Probably wasn't having a lot of fun at the time, I guess.
You were good-natured.
Was I?
You were good-natured. With us. You weren't so good-natured with this.
Let's not go there. There are
So
Disney
they
people
cut the
here.
schedule on the nightclub. That's the
What's
part
that?
I remember the most. When
Oh,
they took
well-
the days out of the nightclub scene.
Yeah.
I remember being on the set a couple of times during that time with you, and you were,
It was hard.
yeah, it was tough.
The Zeppelin, the gondola is the one that I think killed us. We scheduled for 3 days, we shot 9. They just weren't happy with it.
And one last one from me. As the years have gone by and you've looked back on this film, is there anything that you particularly prefer, you particularly liked in the way this film turned out?
That's you.
I just think it's just the sweetest film. I thought it was sweet then, but I think it's a wonderfully sweet, good-natured film, and I love it. I love it. I love it more than I did then.
And
Yeah, the film is so much like Dave's personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And we always said that you guys built that first time he flies sequence. It's almost exactly like the comic book, because we just took it right out of the book, and you guys took it and were completely faithful to that, and it goes all the way back to Dave. That sequence in particular is completely pure.
The funny thing is, I have a fear of flying, and Joe came in the beginning and said, you know, we have this notion that we'd like to actually take you flying when we're doing the GB sequence. And he said, do you have any problem with that? And my testicles went up inside my body, and I said, absolutely not. No problem whatsoever. And
You didn't look scared.
I was scared shitless.
Didn't you almost buy the GB?
I did buy the GB.
Oh, you did buy it?
I had to buy it so that it wouldn't be sold from the guy who had built it.
Right.
He was going to sell it. It's the only GB in the world, and he wanted $25,000 for it. I went to Disney and said, "You got to buy this plane. It's the only one in the world. It's exactly what we need for the movie." And they said, "Well, it's going to take some time. You know, it's going to have to go across all these desks, and everyone's going to have to okay the purchase and everything." I said, "Forget it." I bought the plane. I bought the plane from the guy, and I sold it to Disney for, I think, $1 more than I paid for it.
Wow.
Where is it now?
It's in the Museum of Flying in Santa Monica Airport.
Oh, cool.
It's hanging up in the lobby. It's great. Doesn't belong to me anymore. So. Damn it.
Well, I'm just thinking, so 20 years later, you know, how does this film compare to how it looked originally when you saw it on this big screen?
Well, this actually, this is the best print I've ever seen. It's a new digital print, I guess, and it's fantastic. I mean, it looks.
Yeah, it's so.
I also
it's so
appreciate the
great.
lack of CG in the movie. You know,
Yeah.
when you see these movies where they had to actually do the things, blow stuff up, fly planes, you can really feel the difference, I think.
Yeah, the
It's really
scale,
obvious.
the scale of the sets. You know, like the top of the Zeppelin, the nightclub. It was nuts.
And the miniatures, just the way they look, you know, it's
Yeah.
just fantastic.
Yeah, real old school filmmaking.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you had tried to do that you couldn't for technical or financial reasons?
There were lots of things we couldn't do for financial reasons. There was a sequence where I think he accidentally lands in
Chinese theater?
in front of the Chinese theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's based on
His feet land in the cement,
Right,
that
that was one of the last things cut, I think.
Yeah.
Because you can see there is a shot where he flies
Past the ground.
past it, yeah.
Right.
And I think in the script he got blinded by the Klieg
searchlight,
lights, and he
right.
lands, and his feet go in the cement, and he blasts off, and they grab Sid Grauman, I think, grabs the pen from, who was it, Danny? Betty Davis or somebody was supposed to be doing it, and he signs the Rocketeer in the cement.
Was that storyboarded by you at all?
Oh, not me. I mean, who did? Oh, the storyboard. Actually, one of the storyboard guys, Ed Ith, worked for me on Masters of the Universe. Yeah. It was great.
But that was a pretty late cut, as I recall.
It was.
We were going to do it.
Yeah, we were getting very close, and it was just the sort of the straw that broke the camel's back, budget-wise. Yeah.
Did you guys shoot the Enigma machines?
In his secret room.
Yeah. Why did they take that out?
Well, it's in there. The machine is in
the
there.
room. You can see the machine.
I think we had a prop that we built
a
just like
real
it.
one. It was actually, I think you guys had one of the only.
Did we?
Yeah. The big one.
Wow.
They make a nice Blu-ray extra.
There you go.
Speaking of Blu-ray, can any of you discuss the wonderful score by James Horner?
God, it makes me cry every time I hear it.
I think it's one of the best scores he's ever written. And I think it fits the movie perfectly. It's great. It's just a great score.
Do you guys have a favorite scene that you shot from the film? Your favorite memory?
I was just going to say. I was trying to think of another scene.
It's too many.
Yeah.
Too many. Everything we shot in the Bulldog Cafe, I loved. That was just, we were in there for several days. It was just, everything about it was just great.
The casting was great. I think
Yeah,
you guys did a
great
great
casting.
job with those characters.
Yeah, I noticed you did that old school casting where even the minor characters, actually people who don't have lines, have really distinctive faces, which
Even
is
the
what I love
gangsters,
about the
too.
30s
Yeah.
films.
And didn't we see Tiny in another part in the course of the film?
Yeah.
He was the farmer who said,
Big
or he was
gopher.
standing with the guy who said big gopher, big
Yeah.
gopher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, was that done to let everybody see what he really looks like, or was he just there, or what?
Well, he was always there, but but yeah, we wanted to put him in as himself somewhere.
All right, I think that's it.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
gentlemen.